of the NFL. And we'll get to see the Eagles' leader at quarterback. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, all that and more, coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal week 7 as the Washington Commanders taking on the Eagles of Houston. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. And we are underway from Houston. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop it.
The captain obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They get 7 yards here, but not enough.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. If he can keep going at the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
On 1st and 10, Wallace. Oh, he's got man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 22 more yards there and another first down. And now they'll shift things around. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. The Eagles sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The numbers from McLaurin a week ago. 5 catches, 58 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Second down, Howell back to pass. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You look at this Eagle defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and just better than 50% of them are defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and to stop him short of the first. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Wallace. He'll let this go for Adams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Wallace. He hits Adams complete. A huge play there for Houston. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 8 yards out. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Fairbairn. And good. That'll make the score 14-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing here, Howell. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, Howell. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they get... on that one, and another first down. Back to throw, Howell. Locates Mooney on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. First down, Howell to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Here's Howell. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. They'll run with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Houston's offense taking over again. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wallace. That's laid out deep for Rice. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Wallace. That'll be caught by Rice. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Back to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for the Eagles touchdown. Great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And a Washington offense heading out. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Powell. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Wallace. And guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And running with power here. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. House throw here taken in by Gesicki. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barnum. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So nothing doing there.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is... safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Howell's throw into the hands of McLaurin. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd down, Howell now. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Howell down to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Bush defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 13-yard line.
Rolling, boys. Time to go get sticks. Right now, let's go get sticks.
Off the play fake. Wallace. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Houston. Big play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly trying to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's going to be caught for the Eagles touchdown. Great effort there. 43 yards. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. Still early. Oh, Howe loses it. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with their timeouts? Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Presley Harvin now. This is taken at about the 14. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Off play action. Wallace is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Off the play fake. Wallace. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Off play action. Wallace. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Wallace. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. We'll take us to the end of the first half of play. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Great play there. 85 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. first possession of the second half now for Washington. Now 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. Looking deep here for Mooney. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there. That's a play that's been involved the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The slot man in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Powell. And this will be caught by Mooney. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Hal will throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for a save. Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback. Washington going to send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is brought in at the 21. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Eagles. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Rice will go in motion left. Off the play fake. Wallace going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Wallace. He's going to take another shot here. And this will be caught at the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. Another milestone falling on that last throw in what has been an MVP-type season so far, as he has now gone over 4,000 yards passing already on the year.
And it's been a whole lot of fun to watch as he's put together this type of a season. And to me, you have to figure, with so many games remaining, I think he'll breeze past 5,000 yards. Could he challenge the all-time record? Maybe even bump it up closer to 6,000 yards? I can't wait to watch. And the way he's playing, I wouldn't put it past him. How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have got it on cruise control. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And take it right on the 30.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off the play fake. Wallace. He's going to let it go again. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. 12-yard touchdown play. And the Eagles get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by the field goal up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now he'll look to throw it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Amari Barno picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Some quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive.
Under pressure, they got him again. Drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Man, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. They'll look to set up his blockers. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Big play there. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Commanders 9.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wallace.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Wallace.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, Wallace. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turn. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Commanders come through with a fourth down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves. But we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the...
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Hal to the air on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Hal's throw complete to Dotson.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Howell.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now looking to throw again.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Amari Barno.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now out comes Houston.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Howell.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The offense on 3rd down, they've been stymied left and right. Converted only 1 time. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Off the play fake. Wallace looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Off play action. Wallace. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
On fourth down, Wallace.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on fourth down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake, Wallace. He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Well, there.
Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Great effort there. 51 yards.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. First down, Howell to throw.
Now a short one to Gesicki. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any.
Well, the defense they get to Howell will go down here. Isaiah Simmons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Off play action. Wallace. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Off the play fake. Wallace. He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Amari Barno
In there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Howell sets up the screen to Robinson. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Listen, the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, Howell loses it.
It is picked up by the Eagles. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
What impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one out.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And the Washington offense heading out. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Here's Howell. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, it's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages.